Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Smackdown Live, and tonight we have a colossal main event and a colossal show for you tonight, as The Fiend will be in action and a special occasion for him tonight, as much more, and I'm being told right now we're about to hear from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to a special episode here tonight of Smackdown. And so before we get this episode underway tonight, we're going to go ahead and announce some more matches for Clash of Champions, which is just a couple weeks away. And with that being said, let's go ahead and announce. So, with what occurred a couple weeks ago, it's going to be Apollo Crews taking on Kevin Owens one-on-one after that vicious assault after the matchup, as well as former tag team partners turned bitter rivals, as it's going to be Cesaro taking on Sheamus at Clash of Champions. Also tonight, it is going to be Asuka, the very dangerous Asuka, taking on Nia Jax, who's the current #1 contender for Charlotte's big ol' SmackDown Live Women's Championship. And also, Apollo Crews, my man, I can hear you. I've heard your frustrations and whatnot. So tonight, you want to prove me and Shane McMahon wrong. You want to say you're being held down. But tonight, you're going to be actually in our main event. It was supposed to be The Fiend in the main event, but tonight, I'm going to make sure you're in the main event tonight. You don't get to find out who your opponent is until the very end of tonight. So Apollo Crews, if I'm you right now, I suggest you get ready. A lot of big news there, ladies and gentlemen, from The Rock, as tonight we get to see Asuka, Nia Jax, in a colossal main matchup later on tonight. Also, The Fiend was supposed to be in the main event. Now he's going to be still in a matchup tonight, but it won't be in the main event. As well as tonight, like The Rock mentioned, he's hearing Apollo Crews complaining and whatnot, so we get to see Apollo Crews in the main event. It's put up or shut up time for Apollo Crews. You need to impress within a victory tonight, or you're going to continue to, I don't know, just complain, I guess. But that's later on tonight. We get to our opening contest. Matt Hardy is in action. And so far for Matt Hardy, ladies and gentlemen, he is currently 7-3 here in Universe Mode. 7 wins compared to 3 losses here in Universe Mode. And that's pretty big for Matt Hardy. They're one of the best records we have here on SmackDown Live. I mean, it's not too many matches, but I mean, out of 10 matches so far, that's pretty good. And that's just single records-wise. He's had, obviously, tag teams with Bray Wyatt and Jeff Hardy, which haven't been the best, but it's honestly not too bad. As there is the SmackDown Mr. Money in the Bank, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe worked his ass off. He's a former Universal Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, and he can cash in that briefcase anytime, anywhere. And as of tonight, AJ Styles will not be in a matchup, so he will not be able to cash in, but for Samoa Joe, he has sights on that WWE Championship. Could Samoa Joe cash in a couple weeks' time at Clash of Champions and become Mr. WWE Champion? Time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, but tonight Samoa Joe has to do something that a lot of superstars cannot do in singles action and defeat Matt Hardy. As the crowd is all behind Matt Hardy tonight here in Kentucky, so let's get this match underway. It's a kick to the midsection. Here comes Samoa Joe, showing off the strength here early tonight. But for Clash of Champions, the matches that The Rock announced for earlier, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, we get to see Cesaro and Sheamus go at it once again, and Apollo Crews versus Kevin Owens. That should be a hellacious matchup coming our way. Kevin Owens looking for some revenge after Apollo Crews just beating him down after the matchup. I mean, Kevin Owens is saying it's the Kevin Owens show, and it seems like he's trying to get the crowd to maybe get back in his corner. I mean, Owens has not been a fan favorite for the most part because he's teamed with Jericho. He's teamed with Sami Zayn. These guys have done anything in its power to take down these top people here in WWE, good, bad, or otherwise. And for the most part, it's been bad. So, I mean, for Kevin Owens, it's going to take a while if you're going to try and get this crowd back behind you. Will they ever? Time's going to tell, honestly, because, I mean, Kevin Owens, he's a hell of a talent, but, I mean, I don't know, it's just going to be, it's not going to just, you know that saying, Rome, or I should say Europe wasn't built in one day. Well, I mean, that's going to be a big thing there. Kevin Owens is going to have to continue to show the WWE Universe why they should be cheering for him after all that bad stuff he's done so far here in WWE. As we get back into the action here, Samoa Joe with a nice gut-wrench suplex taking down Matt Hardy. I tried getting a word with Samoa Joe about maybe any hints about maybe trying to cash in a couple weeks' time there at Clash of Champions, and he kind of just stormed off by us. We weren't able to get much of a comment. I think Samoa Joe is mostly focused so far here in his early WWE career. From obviously him being Universal Champion to him being a former Intercontinental Champion. Samoa Joe, I think this is going to be the most focused we've seen him. Samoa Joe has faced the best of the best, I would say, so far here in WWE. From the likes of a Brock Lesnar, if you go back in Universe Mode history, there's tons of superstar Samoa Joe. At the time, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, amongst others. Samoa Joe has done it all, at least for the Raw side of things, becoming former Universal Champion, becoming an Intercontinental Champion. Samoa Joe now adding something he can cross off his list by becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, if I'm Joe, I mean, I keep my eyes out on that Daniel Bryan AJ Styles WWE Championship match in a couple weeks, because that's the third in that ongoing saga that AJ Styles has been able to outlast Daniel Bryan. But with Daniel Bryan having this new foundation group with him that has Harper and Rowan with him, basically his bodyguards, his henchmen or whatever, it might be the best time to cash in, but maybe Samoa Joe may want to drag this out. It's just about the perfect opportunity in type of certain situations, honestly. As Samoa Joe just continuing to hit those gut-wrench suplexes and sending a message to everyone on this Smackdown Live roster as a Uranagi there from Samoa Joe. Matt Hardy is in trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. As now Joe going to go for the pinfall. Will this be enough? No, 2.5. Very, very close to putting away Matt Hardy, but Matt Hardy is known for not staying down. Matt Hardy is a fighter. And everybody here in Kentucky definitely knows that. As Samoa Joe just waiting for Matt Hardy to try and get up to his feet as Samoa Joe, oh, nice enziguri to the back of the skull. Down goes Matt Hardy. What else does Samoa Joe need to do? Does he need to hit a muscle buster? Does he need to hit the Coquina clutch to put away Matt Hardy tonight? As he gets Matt Hardy back up to his feet, punch to the face here. Uh-oh. I think he was thinking about a Coquina clutch, but Matt Hardy saw that coming. And now Matt Hardy going to try and make him pay as he throws him into the corner. Perfect opportunity for Matt Hardy. As Matt Hardy just bouncing Samoa Joe's head off that top turnbuckle post, and down goes Joe. And man, can you hear this crowd, ladies and gentlemen? They are absolutely going nuts for Matt Hardy. Perfect opportunity, side effect, down goes Joe. And now Joe in a bad situation. 2.5. Matt Hardy thought he had him, but he needs to stay on him. Cannot get frustrated. You got to stay on Mr. Money in the Bank. Because Joe is one move away from putting away his opponent, possibly. As another reversal from Matt Hardy. And the snapmare takedown. Kick to the lower back, but that didn't really phase Samoa Joe too much. And oh! I don't know which maneuver you want to really call that, but I mean, very effective nonetheless. As Matt Hardy, it seems like he has Samoa Joe kind of well scouted in certain situations here. As now Samoa Joe, and again in a bad spot, as Matt Hardy again bouncing him off that top turnbuckle. Oh my God. Matt Hardy, we know he's a fighter like I mentioned earlier in this matchup, and he is not going to die. He will never die. Matt Hardy has been in this business well over 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. This man knows how to get it done in that very ring. As now Samoa Joe is going to take some time just to recuperate, try and get the crowd behind him. Even though the crowd's mostly behind Matt Hardy. She misses with that forearm strike. And now Matt Hardy are going to attack that left thigh, that left quad there of Samoa Joe. As now Matt Hardy, what does Hardy have in mind here? He has Joe on the ropes. And now here we go. Uh-oh, bad spot for the Mr. Money in the Bank. Is Matt Hardy taking Samoa Joe to the woodshed there. What a great opening contest we're seeing right now. Big punch there from Hardy. And now Matt Hardy with a nice running bulldog. And talking about Hardy, Matt Hardy's brother Jeff Hardy will be in action in a couple weeks' time at Clash of Champions as Jeff Hardy takes on the Fiend Bray Wyatt for that Intercontinental Championship. And talking about Bray Wyatt, like we mentioned, later on tonight, Bray Wyatt was scheduled to be in the main event of the Smackdown, but due to The Rock, hold on, side effect, Matt Hardy with a nice side effect there. Bray Wyatt will no longer be in the main event. Apollo Crews will be taking over in the main event tonight. But the question is, who is the hand-picked opponent for Apollo Crews? I mean, there's a lot of great wrestlers here on the roster. There's a DDT there to Samoa Joe. We can only speculate. There's so many great superstars that The Rock could choose from on SmackDown here. As now Matt Hardy gonna go for the swinging neck breaker, and Joe is honestly in trouble right now. Matt Hardy possibly could be a side effect, another side effect, or maybe a twist to fade away from putting away Samoa Joe tonight. As Matt Hardy looking to fly. That's like 3/4 away from the ring. Oh my God. Matt Hardy, he might be kind of old in his age, but he still can fly. Normally the high flyer is Jeff Hardy. Oh, there's a big chop to the chest there. As now, here we go. Matt Hardy, another swinging neck breaker. As now Matt Hardy just wanted to do enough damage. He thinks he has enough. He's setting up Samoa Joe for what could be a twist of fate. But Joe, big clothesline. And we're going to see if Joe can finally get back in this match. As now Joe, again with that rolling takedown. It's been very effective 3 times in this matchup. As now Matt Hardy and Samoa Joe playing a little bit of mind games to get back in this match. As now back into the corner we go. Ooh, big punch there from Matt. You could sense the fatigue settling in both of these men here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, big punch there from Joe. And then Joe trying to set up the Coquina possibly. Yes, it is locked in. Will Matt Hardy tap? Nowhere to go. If he could somehow turn to his left, grab that rope, but no, he is done. Samoa Joe, he had a test on the opening SmackDown tonight, and he was able to walk out with a huge victory over Matt Hardy. That match, very tough match. Samoa Joe showing you why he could be the future of SmackDown and having a championship around his waist sooner rather than later. When will Samoa Joe cash in? We will find out sometime soon. I'm still trying to recuperate after that tremendous opening contest, but now we get back to SmackDown, as here is possibly could be your future WWE champion, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Bryan, the #1 contender for AJ Styles WWE Championship in a couple weeks' time. Daniel Bryan gets another opportunity. He failed the first time against AJ Styles. And then again, Daniel Bryan just could not take it. But now this third time, he has a group with him known as the New Foundation. A different side of Daniel Bryan we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Bryan just snapped. He found Harper and Rowan, a tag team that wasn't really used too much here in WWE and kind of struggled. And now Daniel Bryan thinking with this leadership and this new group, he's hoping the New Foundation will be taking over SmackDown for the very near future. As for Daniel Bryan, he is going to be taking on a superstar that will be hell-bent on winning this matchup because Aliester Black has recently lost his United Kingdom Championship to Tyler Bate. So tonight, Aliester Black, Daniel Bryan for the first time ever here in WWE and the first time ever here on Smackdown. And I think for Aliester Black, obviously you were one of the best UK champions ever there on NXT, but I mean, being on both shows, that's going to take a lot out of you. And I think the Undisputed Era, all that stuff they've been doing to them for weeks and weeks and months, I think it got to him. So when he had that open challenge, Tyler Bate accepted, and I think it was a perfect opportunity for, Aliester Black to drop that title. It's not something you guys want to hear, honestly, but for Aliester Black, I think this is a perfect opportunity for him to just focus on SmackDown now, instead of having to be on NXT and SmackDown. As Aliester Black makes his way down to the ring, Aliester Black, Daniel Bryan, this could very well be the match of the night. We still don't know who Apollo Crews' opponent is, and same with The Fiend later on tonight. But for what we have, as well as Asuka and Nia Jax, that very well could be a good match as well. But SmackDown Live is doing pretty good with these matches, especially with the opponents we're seeing. We're seeing fresh matchups and whatnot, so that's great to see here on SmackDown. And as long as we don't have any outside interference from Harper or Rowan, that'd be tremendous for this crowd to just see two great athletes just tear down the house, tear down that ring, and have a decisive winner. Will we get that? Hopefully, but with Daniel Bryan, you never know. As here we go, Daniel Bryan, Aliester Black. Let's get this match underway. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Black coming right after Daniel Bryan, but Bryan, he sensed the frustration from Aliester Black. He feels like he let down the NXT universe by losing that championship to Tyler Bate, but honestly, I think Tyler Bate is a tremendous athlete to kind of, I wouldn't say lose to, but to give your championship to the next deserving superstar in a hard-fought bout. And now Aliester Black, setting up Daniel Bryan with a nice exploder suplex into the corner. And Daniel Bryan needs to make sure he keeps focused on Aliester Black. I know Daniel Bryan's focused for AJ Styles, but if so, he needs to, he just needs to focus on AJ Styles after a bit too. He's gotta keep his hindsight 20/20. As Aliester Black with an impressive moonsault there from the second rope. It's just a 1 count. Aliester Black, he was hoping for more of a 2 count, but Daniel Bryan able to get out of that quite easy. Going for a kick there. Aliester Black moving out of the way a little bit there. Oh, and a double stomp to the chest. As later on tonight, the new foundation, Harper and Rowan, they'll be in tag team action after this very matchup as they will be taking on Heavy Machinery. And talking about records here in WWE, Aliester Black is currently, if we look at my handy-dandy records here, Aliester Black is 19-7, and Daniel Bryan is 12-8 so far here in WWE. So a very impressive record for Daniel Bryan and Aliester Black. I believe Aliester Black has the top 3 record here so far in SmackDown. So that's pretty good. A drop kick right to that left knee, and that very well could see the focus. As if you guys remember, Daniel Bryan loves to use the heel hook from time to time. So if he focuses on that knee and leg region, he could focus on that and possibly make Aliester Black tap out tonight. And a big kick. Down goes Aliester Black. And if I'm Daniel Bryan, I don't know if I want to get in a striking matchup whatsoever with Aliester Black, because Black has some tremendous strikes as it is. Is it a tremendous elbow drop there from Daniel Bryan? Little shades there of Macho Man Randy Savage there. And another drop kick there from Daniel. And now Daniel going to go again. High risk maneuver. Daniel Bryan, another elbow drop. Sending a message to not just Aliester Black tonight, but to AJ Styles. Is Daniel Bryan just looking at Aliester Black, just looking at what Aliester Black is right now. He's just down and out. Not much life into Aliester Black currently. Is now Black being his hair dragged over the rope, and down goes Black. Perfect opportunity for Daniel Bryan to maybe try and rest up, but he's coming right after Black, which honestly is a good idea. As, Daniel Bryan doing some of those yes kicks that we used to love. And Daniel Bryan, bam, right to the side of the skull. And Aliester Black is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. And is he thrown right into the steel steps. And Daniel Bryan all fired up, rubbing it in the face of everybody here in Pikesville, Kentucky. Is now, Daniel Bryan with a kick to that left quad, that left knee that he attacked earlier in this matchup. As we got some fans here in Kentucky cheering for Daniel Bryan, surprisingly, but Daniel Bryan has always known to have a lot of fans, good, bad, or otherwise. As both men going to get back in the ring here. As, hard Irish whip onto the apron here. Daniel Bryan telling Aliester Black to get back in this ring. But a big cheap shot takes down Black. And once again, both men outside here at ringside. And a big close punch there from Daniel Bryan. I'd be very, very careful if I'm Daniel. If you start to piss off Aliester Black, it could be moments away before you fade to black. As Irish Whip takes down Aliester Black once again. Aliester Black needs to do something, ladies and gentlemen. He is in trouble as again thrown into the steel steps / that steel post. And now Aliester Black going to try and fight back into it as he tosses him right into the steel steps. The referee being very lenient tonight with both of these men being outside here at ringside. Because we probably would have a count out here currently. It's now Black. Kick to the left leg there. Didn't really affect Daniel Bryan too much, which is surprising. As Aliester Black trying to get back up to his feet, but Daniel Bryan not going to allow that here. Going to come right after him, but look at Aliester Black. These strong strikes, multiple strikes, and then the knee to the dome. Just like that, Aliester Black was back into this matchup, but again, Daniel Bryan focusing on that left knee and a clothesline. And again, Aliester Black is down at ringside. Daniel Bryan very focused tonight, and I think he could sense Aliester Black having that frustration after losing his lovely UK championship there on NXT in that open challenge. There's now Daniel Bryan. A little bit of a cheap shot there. And then a spear right into that IED board there, or LED board, pardon me. Is now Daniel Bryan tossing Aliester Black in the ring once again. Has the most momentum is now Aliester Black. Could be in a bad way here. Yep, here we go. This is that left leg we're talking about. The heel hook. But Aliester Black, he senses it, and he's able to get out of it. But how much damage was done to that left knee, that left leg, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Bryan knew what he was doing tonight, and that pulling that heel hook out of nowhere, trying to surprise Aliester Black tonight. As now, Aliester Black rolling through here. Can he get out of it? Big old elbow strike to the dome. But a running forearm strike. And once again, once Aliester Black is starting to get something going, Daniel Bryan is just one step ahead of him every single time. And now, the left leg again. Left leg again, another submission hold. Can Black get out of it this time? Look at Daniel Bryan, the face, just wrenching it in, the agony going across Aliester Black's face. But somehow, some way, Aliester Black is still in this matchup. And now again, he's going to try it again, but no, Black saw it coming. But a spinning knee strike takes down Daniel Bryan. And now Daniel Bryan could be in trouble. Look at these strikes. Look at these strikes. Oh my God. What a knee strike, ladies and gentlemen. Then look at that. That just hyperextension of that German suplex. Daniel Bryan could be in trouble here. Oh, we've seen this so many times. Could we see it tonight? Fade to Black. Can Black pull off an upset? 2, 3, yes! After all that hard fought and agony in this match, that left knee was able to keep him alive, and Aliester Black pulls up, I would say, an upset early in his career over the #1 contender, Daniel Bryan. And we have to come back to this match possibly in a couple weeks, because if Daniel Bryan walks out with that WWE Championship, Aliester Black very well could be next in line for that WWE Championship opportunity. I could be getting a little ahead of myself on that, but I mean, it was a hard-fought match. Aliester Black with a big bounce-back victory after losing his championship Wednesday night. And Aliester Black right here, I think Daniel Bryan was just tempted just to take that knee out of his socket, but Aliester Black walks out with a tremendous victory here in the first ever matchup between Daniel Bryan and Aliester Black. But now it's time for the New Foundation and Heavy Machinery to go to war. Alright, we are back with some more action here. Heavy Machinery takes on the current #1 contenders of the New Foundation. And for the New Foundation, big opportunity comes up with 2 weeks' time when they face the tag team champions. Now, could we see a change of, I don't know, the Smackdown landscape very well could be changing if the New Foundation get what they want in a couple weeks' time, as it's going to be New Day, or not New Day, but the New Foundation against the tag team champions, as well as we're going to have AJ Styles, the current WWE champion, taking on the New Foundation leader Daniel Bryan. So we could see 2 new champions, and the New Foundation very well could be changing the landscape here in WWE. As there is Rowan and Harper of the New Foundation, ladies and gentlemen. 2 massive athletes looking to change the foundation, you could say, of Smackdown. And imagine 2 of these guys that struggled. They found their leader, and they very well could be the new Smackdown Tag Team Champions after Clash of Champions. But the weird thing is, for Harper and Rowan, they did used to have a leader back in the day, and his name was Bray Wyatt. And Bray Wyatt is successful as hell right now, ladies and gentlemen. Former Tag Team Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, and obviously now he is the current Intercontinental Champion here on SmackDown. So the thing is, for Rowan and Harper, can they actually get some success going here on SmackDown with a new leader known as Daniel Bryan? We're going to find out right now as Heavy Machinery takes on the New Foundation. Heavy Machinery definitely needs to get a win. They've only gotten one win so far here in Universe Mode history. As here we go, it's going to be Tucker and Harper kicking us off here. As, oh my god, look at the strength of Tucker here. Harper's a big man, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a cruiserweight. I mean, he might fly around like a cruiserweight sometimes, but Harper's definitely not a cruiserweight. As now Harper, with a nice side slam, takes down Tucker. And, you know, Otis and Tucker, they may be a young up-and-coming tag team, but the crowd just absolutely loves Otis and Tucker, especially Otis with that worm that he likes to do from time to time, as now a release suplex takes down Tucker. And I think Heavy Machinery are going to get a tag team opportunity, like for the championship down the line, but obviously they just need to pick up some wins. One win over the Street Profits down there in NXT was one thing, but if you want to be taken seriously, you just need to pick up some wins. Same for Harper and Rowan. They earned this opportunity by winning in a fatal 4-way #1 contenders match. As, ooh, taking him down in the corner there. And here comes the big man, Rowan. Here we go, hard Irish whip off the ropes, and a double back body drop takes down Tucker. And now Rowan gonna go for the pinfall. Could this be enough? Ooh, very close. 2.5. Rowan and Harper have them right where they want them. But here we go with the hot tag. Here comes Otis, the big man. Big punch there from Otis, looking to bring the big fight to the big man Rowan. Oh, but look at Otis fighting out of it. He's not going to let Harper and Rowan push him around anywhere. As Otis just tossing him like he's a cruiserweight around this ring here. Just look at the size difference between Otis and Rowan. I believe Rowan's in between 6'5" to 6'7". Otis, he's got to be, maybe 6 foot if that. Lucky, I'm not honestly too sure. But you can just see that size and height difference. So here we go, into the corner we go. Uh-oh. Otis, here we go. Tossing Rowan, man. Just look at the absolute strength. You got to be impressed. No matter win or loss, how Tucker and Otis look from time to time, ladies and gentlemen. As here we go with another tag. Here comes Tucker. And if I was Otis, I'd honestly stay in the ring more. You have him right where you want him. As now Tucker, running power slam, takes down Rowan. Frequent tags, that's what you got to like here so far early in this matchup. Heavy machinery trying to stay fresh and basically trying to make sure Rowan cannot get a tag to Harper. As a Russian leg sweep there takes down Rowan. And still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have Asuka taking on the current #1 contender, Nia Jax, as Nia Jax will be taking on Charlotte Flair for that Smackdown Women's Championship in a couple weeks' time there at Clash of Champions. Also tonight, we also mentioned The Fiend. He'll be in action, your current Intercontinental Champion. We're being told he'll be taking on Chad Gable later on tonight, as well as in your main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Apollo Crews taking on someone that is going to be the hand-picked opponent for Apollo Crews. The Rock is picking that opponent tonight. We are not sure, and I'm being told we'll find out when that opponent arrives and makes his entrance. I mean, there's a lot of great superstars, honestly, young up-and-coming superstars on SmackDown. I'd maybe love to see maybe AJ Styles once again, your WWE champion. I don't know. There's Aliester Black again, Daniel Bryan, Andrade. There's a lot of great superstars, honestly. I mean, one of the New Day members, maybe give me Big E. Give me Kofi. Give me Xavier. I don't know, just someone. I think, honestly, a lot of those, we'd love to see any of them. Give me Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy taking on Apollo Crews. I'd love to see that matchup. But nonetheless, we'll find out later on tonight in the main event here on SmackDown. Look at Tucker here. Oh, look at that maneuver. Tucker's showing a little bit of offense, little versatility, and the pep in his step. As now Otis looking to pick up the scraps here in this match. As here we go, hard Irish whip into the corner. Rowan could be in trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. As now again into the other corner. Here comes Otis. Oh, missing that big clothesline in the corner there. And now Rowan could be looking for a tag possibly as he throws him into his own corner. Big punch to the dome. And here we go, Rowan. Oh god, this is bad. Oh my god, just look at this big monster Rowan going to work here. Otis very well could be in trouble here, trying to bring the fight, but Rowan one step ahead of him, and a knockout punch takes down Otis. And now here comes Harper, looking to make a name for himself, a part of this new foundation, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, Harper and Rowan have been a tag team with each other for a very long time. Back when they were part of the Wyatt family, when they were part of the Bludgeon Brothers there for a bit. And now with this new foundation, hopefully, at least for them, that they'll be able to get some success going here in WWE. To the midsection. Oh! Big strike to the middle of the back. Harper signaling the end is near there for Otis, but Otis gets a hot tag. Here comes Tucker. But wait. Oh, Tucker with a nice headbutt. And oh, look at Tucker showing that wrestling background. Nice gut wrench takedown. Oh, but no. Harper one step ahead of him on that one. Then a big open hand chop right to the face. And now Harper not too happy about Tucker. Just beating some offense into him right now. Is now. Oh, again another headbutt there from Otis. Or I should say Tucker, pardon me. And another overhand suplex. As now Tucker unleashing his inner monster tonight. Going to try and do anything in his power to defeat the New Foundation. Oh, big reversal there from Harper and a big boot. A devastating boot. That very well could be all she wrote. Is Harper going to go for the pinfall? Yes, he will. Going to have to take the carcass over. Here we go. 2. No, 2.9. Somehow Tucker kicking out of that. How much is left in the tank, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, super kick. Super kick out of nowhere. But again, he brought Tucker back up to his feet just to take him down again. And now just inflicting more and more damage. How much is left in the tank of Tucker here? Otis is there at ringside, ready to run into the ring, it seems. And look like Tucker's back up to his feet. But a snapmare takedown. And now just Harper playing a little bit dirty here, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, Harper just rubbing it in the face of everyone in here in Pikesville, Kentucky. This is where they want this to go. Get it down to the nitty gritty. As a devastating uppercut takes down Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery are in trouble here. They could be moments away from taking another loss, in which they do not want to take currently. As again, Harper picking up Tucker. Super kick again. And Harper just loving what he's doing. Otis, I don't even feel like he's there, honestly. As Otis is just staring down Harper. Tucker's in trouble. Otis finally getting back onto the apron after watching his partner just get devastated the whole time. Is now, oh, Harper with a devastating elbow strike. And now, Harper. Oh, no, Tucker with a nice reversal. Throwing Harper where he doesn't want to be thrown to. And now, here we go. Oh, look at this. Very impressive maneuver here from Tucker. Spinning him around. I thought maybe he'd go for a DDT there. As now, here comes Otis, the big man. The fresher man in this matchup. Can he get some offense going here? Big punch there from Otis. Going for a big, I'd say maybe a cross body, but Luke Harper turns it around and nice belly to belly. Pretty good tag team match so far, ladies and gentlemen. We still do have a couple more later on tonight. Super kick again from Harper. We're relying on that super kick, and it's so far so good tonight. As now he's going to toss him all the way to the corner. Harper trying to decide if he wants to go over there in that corner where Tucker is currently. As Otis trying to get back up to his feet, but Harper right there just to remind Otis that he's still there. As now Otis going to throw him all the way back down to the other side of the arena. Harper and Rowan definitely need this win, and so do Heavy Machinery. Obviously, Harper and Rowan will be battling for those tag team championships in a couple weeks at Clash of Champions. But both teams know how hard it is and just how stacked the tag team division here is on Smackdown. As look at Otis, my man, just showing off a brutal strength there. As you can feel the fatigue brewing for both of these teams right now. A lot of big men in this matchup. Longer this match goes, I don't know honestly who you'd give the momentum to. Would you give it to Harper and Rowan, or would you give it to a team like Heavy Machinery? I mean, if I had to pick a team that it'd be helpful, I guess it'd be maybe Rowan and Harper because they know each other so well. Maybe I don't know. It's kind of tough, honestly. as a big boot to the midsection there. Stomp to the midsection now. Rowan, just look at that big boot right in the throat. Is Otis really in trouble here? We go with the pinfall attempt. Will it be enough? 2, 3. Yes, it is. The new foundation just knocking Heavy Machinery all the way down. As Harper and Rowan not too happy with the referee, and now they're going to beat down Heavy Machinery after the matchup, sending a message to the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions by beating down Heavy Machinery after this very matchup. And now going to toss Otis over the middle rope there. New Foundation sending a direct message tonight as they want to become the new Tag Team Champions. Sheamus, you really have a nerve. Ever since you're the one that broke up the bar. You're the one that wanted to go in his singles direction. And guess what? Ever since then, you have not done anything there on Monday Night Raw. I was having all the success SmackDown. I was doing great. I've had tremendous victories. And now you got drafted over here to SmackDown. I'm still here on SmackDown. And you know what? You just want to take me down a peg because I'm having success and you're not. So you know what? Go ahead. Let's see how it fares for you. At Clash of Champions, me versus you in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. How about that, Sheamus? I'll see you at Clash of Champions. Some very interesting words there from Cesaro about Sheamus, and even kind of basically throwing out a challenge about the stipulation of that match of being a Falls Count Anywhere match there at Clash of Champions. I cannot wait to see where that may go, but here comes Asuka, former SmackDown Live Women's Champion, as Asuka looking to take down Nia Jax. And for Asuka, she has one of the best records here on SmackDown. Currently, Asuka is 14 wins and 4 losses in a total of 18 matches here in WWE. Nia Jax, let's go ahead and look up her lovely record here for SmackDown. Nia Jax's record is currently 9-8. 9 wins compared to 8 losses in 17 matches. So 2 different records. And I think right now this is going to be Nia Jax's toughest test to date, besides having to face Charlotte Flair once again there for that SmackDown Women's Championship in a couple weeks' time. And this very well could be a match stealer tonight. I mean, we've had a pretty good match card tonight so far. What we just saw with the New Foundation over Heavy Machinery. We just witnessed in the opening contest Samoa Joe taking on Matt Hardy. Hell of a matchup. Samoa Joe able to outlast Matt Hardy. As now Nia Jax makes her way down to the ring. Nia Jax has another championship opportunity. Can she finally dethrone the Queen? The Queen that has been dominating SmackDown ever since last year. And I believe, I want to say it was the Fastlane pay-per-view. That was the pay-per-view that Asuka, who was the current champion at that time, would go on to drop that championship against Charlotte. And Charlotte has held that championship ever since then. So for Charlotte so far, she's been a dominant champion. Love her or hate her, Charlotte Flair knows how to get it done in that very ring. As here we go, Asuka takes on that woman right there, Nia Jax. This was supposed to be our co-main event of the evening, but this match got taken up a card a little bit as The Fiend will be in action later on tonight. He was supposed to be in the main event. He got bumped up later on as well, as after this match we're going to see The Fiend, the Intercontinental Champion, take on Chad Gable, as well as in the main event Apollo Crews will be taking on a certain superstar that we will not know of until he comes out in his entrance. As look at Nia Jax with a hip thrust taking out all that air from Asuka and just tossing her 3/4 away from the ring. That is not what you want to do if you're Asuka. Oh, come on. Even the referee was kind of hesitant to, try and go for that because of, That's just way too cocky of a cover. Obviously, Charlotte and Nia Jax aren't really fan favorites whatsoever, but both of these women are going to do anything in their power to make sure they get that championship around their waist. As, of course, Nia Jax absolutely loving what she's doing currently. As Asuka on the ropes right now, currently in trouble. As, oh no. Look at that. Oh, come on now. I know you get up to a 5 count, but that's just despicable right there from Nia Jax. I guess Nia just wants to try and send a message to Charlotte Flair. As now Nia Jax again showing off the strength, a release powerbomb. And Asuka is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. She has the best record on the SmackDown women's side so far here, but Nia Jax could take an opportunity to kind of dethrone Asuka off that top of the mountain eventually. As, look at that, just tossing her halfway across the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And now Nia Jax again. Come on, this is a cocky cover. This is the type of stuff you would have saw from Chris Jericho back in the early 2000s. That he would do over his opponents and then kind of flex on his opponents while pinning him. It's a very cocky and arrogant type of cover that Nia Jax was doing. And if you do that too much to Asuka, Asuka will make you pay with the Asuka lock. As, again, Nia Jax maybe thinking powerbomb. And again, just showing off the absolute brutality and absolute strength by taking out Asuka here. And Asuka is in trouble here. Nia Jax, very impressive tonight as she's basically looking forward to her big championship opportunity. She's had a SmackDown Women's Champion opportunity in the past, but she'd lost twice to Naomi. As Asuka looking to bring the fight to Nia Jax, but it's not really phasing Jax at the moment. Is off the ropes, we go. Nice arm toss. Oh, big chop there. But look, did you see Nia Jax? She wasn't flustered at all. Is it backhanded takedown? Hard Irish whip off the ropes here. Oh, and a big, I believe it was a boot. I couldn't really tell at that angle. Nia Jax kind of covering up that angle of the boot. Couldn't really see. As Asuka's just, she's not really getting much in with that strike-wise. That knee have definitely affected Nia Jax, but it just seems like every punch, every kick to the face, it just doesn't really phase Nia Jax. At least right now, but now Nia Jax is laid out on her back. As Asuka gonna bring her up to her feet here. Oh, and a big punch. But look at Nia Jax. It's not hurting her. It's like punching a wall. It's not going anywhere. That wall is tougher than you. It's like having like, oh, that kick definitely worked. Down goes Nia Jax. And this could be the perfect opportunity for Asuka to put away Nia here. Maybe go for the pinfall. Nia Jax definitely could be out. As again, bringing her up to her feet. Asuka here. Spinning heel kick to the midsection did not work that time. And a clothesline. And just like that, Nia Jax is back in this matchup here. Oh my god! Right to the ribs. Asuka could have a couple broken ribs, ladies and gentlemen. Nia Jax and, oh no. Oh my god, a senton! Oh my god, the referee might just want to end this match. It very well could be it. No. 2.5. I bet that was just pretty much just, I don't know what you want to call it. It's just got to be just the motions of being in a WWE ring, just the adrenaline just to kick out. As Asuka trying to fight back into this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Can she do it? Oh, and another punch there to Nia Jax. Big open face chop there. And uh-oh, Nia Jax has her up here. This could be bad. Uh-oh, snake eyes. And down goes Asuka and then gets hit with a knee. Asuka is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, Asuka back up to her feet here. Spinning heel kick to the midsection here. Asuka with the hip attack. Is this enough? Can Asuka pick up another victory? No, 2.5. What does Asuka need to do to put away the #1 contender? Here we go, Asuka. Another kick to the side. Right to the dome. And Nia Jax is out. Can Asuka capitalize? Go for the pinfall. Maybe hit the Asuka lock. You got to do something to put away the contender here. Kick to the midsection here. Look at Asuka here. Oh my God, spinning heel kick. Takes down the contender. And Asuka's all fired up here. Running clothesline. Asuka, she's all fired up here. Looking to take down. And another super kick. Asuka, this could be the perfect opportunity to put her away. But Nia Jax one step ahead. And now going to make her pay with the scoop slam. And now Nia with a leg drop. And that may be all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2.9. That was very close. Referee saying Asuka got her shoulders up at the very last second. I mean, that's going to be a debatable call there. But, I mean, nonetheless, as long as the referee doesn't say it was a 3 count, I guess it's what it's going to be. It's a running STO. And Nia Jax again going to rub it in the face of everyone here in Kentucky right now. And now Asuka. Oh no. Oh no. Nia Jax going second rope. Oh my God. Right to the chest. She's barely moving, honestly. And again, Nia Jax to the side slam. Asuka, she has to be out, ladies and gentlemen. She is having issues as we speak. Oh, wait, no, Asuka. Asuka able to, hold on. Russian leg sweep here. We could see something happening here. Can Asuka capitalize, though, is the question. Nia Jax has been moments away from putting away Asuka all match. Can Asuka pull off a big upset victory here? As, Nia Jax with a big headbutt there. Uh-oh. Nia freaking out here, but Asuka, during that time while Nia Jax was freaking out, trying to go to a different mode, Asuka going to try and make her tap. Will Nia Jax tap? Yes, she does. Nia Jax picked the wrong time to try and pull up this different side of herself, trying to go to beast mode or whatever the hell that's supposed to be. Asuka made Nia Jax pay with that. What a back and forth match. But Asuka picks up a win over Nia Jax. And in a couple weeks' time, Nia Jax will take on Charlotte Flair for that SmackDown Women's Championship. Can Charlotte Flair somehow retain her championship, or will we see a new era here in the women's division? As a much-needed win for Asuka comes to a head right there. Big win there for Asuka. As now we get to see your Intercontinental Champion in action against Chad Gable. All right, big opportunity for Chad Gable. Imagine if you can pull off an upset victory tonight over the current Intercontinental Champion. How that would feel for Chad Gable. That would definitely get him an opportunity. Next time, maybe after Clash of Champions, if Gable were to win tonight, that could be meaning he could be next in line. But there is just so much talent here. We have it here on SmackDown that if Gable wants to win, he'd have to pick up another win over the likes of maybe an Aliester Black down the line, and then Andrade, Apollo Crews, Buddy Murphy even. There's just so many great talent we have here on SmackDown. But this is about to turn very, very bad. If you guys do have any kids in the room, this might be the time for you to have them not watch this, because this very well could be almost like a Texas Chainsaw movie. It is going to get very, very bad very, very quickly. All you have to do is just let him in. This is just a different side of Bray Wyatt we've never seen before. It's this eerie presence. He is a multi-time intercontinental champion. A man that's been a former Raw Tag Team champion. And he wants to continue to rough up Jeff Hardy and anyone that's in his way. He's done it over the likes of Jeff Hardy, John Cena, and he looks to put Jeff Hardy away in a couple weeks' time, as the Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. And this is just this eerie presence. If I'm Chad Gable, my man, there's other opportunities, but this right here is, I know you want to be impressive and stand out, but this man is something else. Oh my God, this is, we need to have someone call 911 right now, because this is going to be a massacre. Gable's going to be able to put some moves in, but this match is going to be favored the Fiend by 110%. Just this eeriness. It's crazy to watch that, ladies and gentlemen. Chad Gable versus the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. We're going to see how this fares for Chad. He's now Fiend. Oh, what a big kick to the lower back. This is just a different side, ladies and gentlemen. He's just a different monster, a different type of crazy, more of a different lunatic we've ever seen from a side like Bray Wyatt. As now, again with a back suplex. Just, oh my God, this is going to be a massacre. As now, Bray Wyatt with a pump handle slam. And now, oh my God, he's just trying to choke the life out of Chad Gable. Jeff Hardy knows how this went. This is going to be very bad very quickly. And here we go, Chad Gable though, he's a fighter. He's going to try and stay in this match as long as he can here. Oh, but a big knee strike to the midsection there, and then a clothesline. And Gable trying to do anything in his power to try and get a breather at least, but I don't think that's going to be possible here. Oh, but a big punch there from Gable. Oh, I thought maybe going for a springboard there. As an uppercut there, making Gable pay. And now the Fiend looking to go to a sadistic place as he just tosses him right on that top rope. And Jeff Hardy will not have any Smackdown appearances, ladies and gentlemen, until that lovely pay-per-view of Clash of Champions. Jeff Hardy has some obligations he has to do with his family and whatnot. Also, he's still recovering after that attack a couple weeks ago, still, and after losing that Intercontinental Championship. But Jeff Hardy will be in action at Clash of Champions for that Intercontinental Championship, though, for sure. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is your co-main event of the evening. Apollo Crews is still supposed to be here tonight. He'll be wrestling somebody in your main event tonight. Oh, as a drop kick takes down Bray Wyatt. As Chad Gable trying to do anything in his power. As far as Gable has not tried to, just run away. Obviously, like I said, Gable isn't a quitter, but there's sometimes opportunities like this. It's time for you to just, fight another day type of situation. As the Fiend with a release suplex there. As now look at this nice powerful maneuver there from the Fiend. Just taking Chad Gable to basically anywhere he wants. Just able to outpower him, just choking the life out of him again. Chad Gable is in trouble here. And Sister Abigail out of nowhere. And the Fiend has Chad Gable right where he wants him. Gonna go for the pinfall. Will this be enough? 2. No. Gable fighting out of it. I know it's still early in the matchup, kind of, sort of, but I mean, Gable Able to kick out Sister Abigail, and oh no, this is bad. The mandible claw. Will he tap? Gable, nowhere to go. And Gable, just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the mandible claw puts out Chad Gable. You hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Gable's a heck of a talent. Bray Wyatt is, oh my God, he's something different. And oh no, the Fiend going to work now on Chad Gable. Come on now, just beating the life out of Chad Gable. What the hell is going on? The Fiend is still doing it, going to town on Chad Gable here. We are back after the Fiend just taking Chad Gable to the woodshed there and putting him out of his misery. But this is the big question. Apollo Crews, he says The Rock and Shane McMahon are keeping him down, and he gets an opportunity to show The Rock's hand-picked opponent why Apollo Crews should be the face of SmackDown. He put SmackDown on his back, doing anything in his power by holding on to that United States Championship for the very longest time. But Apollo Crews would eventually lose it to Rusev. Rusev is now on Monday Night Raw, and he doesn't have an opportunity for a rematch. So Apollo Crews wasn't too happy. But for Crews tonight, he gets an opportunity. But the question is, who is Apollo Crews' opponent? Who is the hand-picked opponent to take on Apollo Crews? I mean, if I had to pick someone, give me a Buddy Murphy, give me an Andrade, give me the WWE champion AJ Styles, give me Daniel Bryan again, give me someone like that. As here we go, is that's the dead man's music. There's no way. We haven't seen the dead man in quite a long time. Yes, that's the dead man. The Rock has called up a legend, a superstar that went to war with Daniel Bryan there at Hell in a Cell and defeated Daniel Bryan inside a Hell in a Cell matchup. I am happy, as well as at the same time sad for Apollo Crews. A legend that we don't get to see too many times here in WWE, making his way down the ring. This man is an absolute icon in this business, ladies and gentlemen. And Apollo Crews is going to have a lot to prove in this matchup. The longest reigning United States champion in WWE history, Apollo Crews was. But now he faces The Undertaker in a first ever matchup in the main event of SmackDown. And Apollo Crews also has to face Kevin Owens in a couple weeks at Clash of Champions. This is absolutely awesome. The only loss that Undertaker has faced here in WWE was a loss to Braun Strowman. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this first time ever matchup is a match that I cannot wait to see. Taker, Apollo Crews, a match that I never thought I'd say would ever happen here on SmackDown, but we get that opportunity right now in the main event in Kentucky. Crews, Taker, the main event. Here we go. As now Crews going for a body slam. Oh no. Nice neck breaker there from Cruz. And normally superstars would probably back down from Undertaker, but Cruz, he's looking to send a message to Taker here tonight. As Apollo Crews, nice Death Valley driver, takes down Undertaker. Like we mentioned before, last time we saw Taker in the ring, it was against Braun Strowman. It was a hell of a match, but Strowman was able to put down The Undertaker in a hard-fought match. So we're going to see if maybe Apollo Crews' turn to put down The Undertaker here tonight. Man, Apollo Crews showing a lot of strength right now. I mean, that's a good idea. Undertaker, obviously, he's old. He's getting up there in age. So a lot of body slams, a lot of bumps in that ring. It's going to be hurting. There's a big elbow to the back of the neck there. And now Taker, facebuster, takes down Apollo Crews. And like I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. This is put up or shut up time for Apollo Crews. As, Taker just bouncing Crews off that top rope into a pinfall, but not even a 1 count. Crews is going to have a lot of fight in him tonight. He's going to want to prove himself, and he's going to have to do it early and often in this matchup here. As now Apollo Crews, nice Northern Lights suplex there, taking down Undertaker. Imagine what it'd be for the likes of Apollo Crews to say that you defeated Undertaker, a man that was hand-picked by The Rock, a man that you weren't able to scout whatsoever, as Crews taking his time to taunt The Undertaker here in Kentucky, as now Crews gets hit with a back suplex. I mean, if a win over Taker, a legend in this business like this, you definitely have made it in this business, defeating a man like The Undertaker. Oh, it was a big boot to the back of the neck there, and Apollo Crews is in trouble now. The dead man is woken. He's bringing out all those punches, all the kicks right now. As now Taker going to go for the pinfall attempt. Just a 1 count. Still early in this matchup. Apollo Crews still has a lot of juice left in him. Oh, and a big boot there from Taker. Almost decapitating Apollo Crews. As now another takedown there of Apollo, but look at Apollo backed up to his feet, not really affecting him, but just like that, Taker putting away a Crews, and Crews actually doing a veteran move, rolling out of the ring there. But Taker's going to make him pay, for his sins. At least we thought so, as Crews coming right after The Undertaker here. But Taker's not done with him. He's going to toss him right into that barricade. And look at Taker trying to summon the WWE Universe to get behind him here. This is a very unexpected main event, ladies and gentlemen. If you would have told me we would have saw Apollo Crews and The Undertaker in the same ring, I probably would have laughed at you. This is not a match that I thought we'd ever see here in WWE. But tonight, Apollo Crews gets to show The Rock and Shane McMahon that he deserves to be one of the top guys here in WWE. There's a big punch there from, oh my God, The Undertaker, man. For a man that's getting up there in age, he's still in terrific shape. Even though he's lost his undefeated streak there at WrestleMania a long time ago. Taker doesn't have too many more matches left in him. As again, Taker. I mean, here in Universe mode, we've never seen Undertaker in a WrestleMania match. So, I mean, technically he's in this space and time, he's not really having any matches at Mania. As a DDT right there takes down Apollo. Oh, and then a leg drop. But with Taker, you got to be very careful there at ringside. You cannot do too many big moves there at ringside because it very well could cost you this match. As back into the ring we go, Taker tosses Crews in the ring. Crews could be in trouble here. Yes, here we go, The Undertaker. Kick to the midsection. Wait a minute. Could we see a last ride here? Taker. Yes, we will. Last ride. Apollo Crews is down and out. Is this enough? 2, 3. The Undertaker has shown that Apollo Crews is all talk. And Taker defeats the longest reigning former United States champion, and Apollo Crews tonight in a surprise main event made by The Rock. Made a call to The Undertaker. The Undertaker accepted, and Taker was able to defeat Apollo Crews. This is exactly what he did to Daniel Bryan, to put away Daniel Bryan in that Hell in a Cell match. And right there, it was all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. The Undertaker comes back for one night and has defeated the young and up-and-coming superstar Apollo Crews. What is coming to a head for Apollo Crews after this tonight? The Undertaker with an impressive win. What's next for The Undertaker? Could we see him more here on Smackdown? I cannot wait to see, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you guys so much for tuning here to Smackdown Live. I really appreciate it. I know I haven't been here for a while, but I'm back, and I cannot wait to see what else will be in store for some more WWE.